thought it was about the dogs. Nah, it's about power. Yeah. Put up to the specialty, sunrise on the ground. Dogs in the grooming tents, whispers all around. Catalog smiles with the tension in the air. Every handshake got a hidden little snare. Bored in the back room, running quiet little schemes. Bylaws in the pocket like a stack of poker dreams. Slayers for the breed, but they guarding their throne. If you question anything, they coming for your bone. Grievance in the envelope, certified mail. Club justice system, but the day.
All right, so welcome back to Savita Untethered Thoughts. So tonight we're getting into a little bit of shit because I've seen a bunch of shit over the internet over the weekend, and I thought I would go into a bunch of stuff that I couldn't believe that actually was put out there, and I thought I would add some actual information to that would give some health information that you should actually stay away from. There's a couple breeders out there, and I don't understand why breeders need to lie. Like, why lie? Like, literally, why lie? Just give the information so that people can literally just have the information, know what it is. You can literally health test for it so that you don't have these problems. And then, I don't know, give your puppy buyers the information. So I thought we would get into those, kind of search around YouTube sphere and see what we get into. But there's a couple things that I wanted to get into, give the information so buyers know what the fuck they're buying. I know that that's crazy in the world that we live in today with social media and all this shit that everybody is putting out there. But that's what this channel is literally just putting information out there for people to get and can research, and here's the information. But I want everybody to understand what they're buying, what they're getting into, what the problem is that they're actually buying into. And so we have a breeder that is literally telling everybody this isn't a problem, but it is a problem. So I'm going to show some of that. I'm going to show some other stuff. And I don't know, just chill with me. Let's look around, see what we get into, and just, I don't know, have a good night. So we're going to start with the problem. So I'm going to start with that, which is this guy who, first of all, Illinois. I'm guessing he's from Illinois, and this is his kennel name, and he decided that this would be a good name for his kennel. But he's going to tell everybody that his puppies have kinked tails, and this isn't a problem, and it's not going to cause you a problem. Just buy his puppies. It's literally a problem. And he could attest for it, and he's going to tell everybody that, well, it just popped up. It doesn't just pop up. You can, it's a simple test, and it's a cheap test. And I'm going to show all the information. We're going to fact check him in real time, and it's going to be real easy. So we're going to listen to the bullshit that he spews, and then we're going to go into the real facts.
If you guys, you know, we got what? Looks like we got about 25 people up in here.
He doesn't have 25 people watching.
And I don't know what the likes are looking at. Where's the Illinois members at? Illinois members in here. Where's Jason at? Jason usually joins the lives, that type of stuff. He's always in here joining the lives. Let's get into it, though. Let's go ahead and get into it. It's been a minute, man. Sorry, I'm a little rusty, y'all.
Yeah, he's a little rusty, but listen, he's going to explain his puppies. I'm going to let him explain his puppies. I'm going to let him do his spiel, and then I'm going to fact check him in real time. And I'm going to show you exactly what you're paying for and the health issues that you're actually paying for. And I don't want you to pay for these things. These are the things that people should be doing and calling out in real time. This is literal bullshit.
Little rusty. So again, these are going to be these was the puppies before they got the ears done, all that type of stuff. We ended up with 4 pups off of the litter, and all 4 pups are females. All 4 pups are females. Let's see who we got here. We got Levi Reyes in the building, man. Shout out to the homie Levi Reyes, man.
And that's another thing. All this freaking noise that goes on and all this shit. I don't understand all this noise that just distracts everybody.
Oh, and showing love, all that type of stuff, man. Appreciate you. You know, Illinois supporter right there. We got God's Gift Production says, "What's up, fam? What's up with you, big dog? How you doing, man? What's up with you?" Man, my buttons, it's been so long, man, that my buttons is sticking in everything, man. I ain't pressing them buttons for a minute. Man, big shout out to y'all, though. We got Dan Libby in the building. He says, "What's up, big dog? Illinois for life." That's right, my boy. Shout out to the homie Dan Libby in the building, man.
I'm really sorry about all the noise. The noise is annoying as shit.
Illinois family in the building right there. Shout out to the Illinois family in the building, man. You know, they got that real nice God of War clone out there in New York. Big shout out to them. Real talk. We got a major Illinois Campbell, man. Big shout out to the homie Ryan Campbell for tapping in. We appreciate you. Appreciate you, my boy. The whole Illinois camp appreciate you. Just along with all you guys. Jason Patton says, "What's up, Dayton? Another fire later. Keep that fire coming." Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you.
And I'm sorry that this is like really like it's going to be like probably a spicy stream because I get so annoyed by these breeders that tell everybody, "Oh, it's okay. You're just going to, spend $1,500, $3,000, $3,500." And he'll explain that it'll be more if you want breeding rights and all this. These dogs, first of all, shouldn't be bred. And second of all, you shouldn't pay more for breeding rights on any dog. The price is what the price is, whether it's for breeding rights or not for breeding rights. All these people are trying to nickel and dime you to death. You're getting scammed, all this stuff. And it just annoys me that people are trying to always add more. There's always more to everything. And so I just want everybody to understand what you're going to pay for when you are looking for a puppy. You are paying X for this puppy, and then you're paying more for breeding rights, and then you're paying more for papers, and then you're paying more for ear cropping, and then you are also going to pay more for health issues that all these things are going to cause. And he's acting like it's no big deal. It's not going to cause any more issues. But as you hear, he's going to say little tidbits if you listen.
Thanks for tapping in the live, man. Again, if you guys are new to our lives here, I'm going to go over every single question in the comment section. So if you got any questions about the puppies that I'm about to show you, just let it be known, man. Let it be known. Carmelo says, Carmelo and Ringo in the house, Jacksonville, Florida. That's Illinois family in the building right there.
And all they do is these stupid noises.
App is up to date.
It's absolutely a distraction to everything else that he's saying.
Big shout out to our Illinois family, Carmelo out there in Florida. That's his boy Ringo in his profile picture out of Detox and Valkyrie. Real talk. Where we at? Let's get this playing though.
All these people are just scammers. All they want is your money. They don't care what happens to your puppy. They don't care what medical bills that you have to do. They don't or pay for. They don't care if your puppy dies in 2 months, or if your puppy can't go out and play ball, if your puppy can't breathe, if your puppy has a soft cleft palate, if your puppy has a heart condition, if all these problems that are causing these issues that they're producing, all they want is your money, and they do all these fancy things and make it look good. And this is the problem with all these breeds. And they're not the only breed. I'm just saying, I can't believe that these people are out there doing these things and taking these people's money.
Fawn and white girl. You know, we only ended up with one blue pup. The rest of them are all fawn. And
I'd like to know how many. He says he only ends up with 4 puppies, but these dogs can't breed naturally, so they have to be artificially inseminated. They have to have a C-section, which putting a dog under that's falciparum is dangerous to begin with. And then I wonder how many puppies actually survived the litter. How many puppies were actually in that litter? He says he only ends up with 4, but he doesn't tell you the whole story.
But, you know, solid pups, man. Solid pups, you know. Unfortunately,
not solid pups, because as he's going to tell you, they ended up with kinked tails, which is actually a DVL2, which is a genetic disease, which he could have tested for to know that he wasn't going to get DVL2.
Unfortunately, we had to put this litter up. You know, for those of you that don't know that are tapped in here right now, this is going to be our boy Illinois Kennels Busy Bone, the father of this litter. Super nice bull, man. Total package American bully. This boy should be a grand champion already. And Phil needs to get him out there and get him into that ring and make sure that happens, man. Real talk. We got the dogs for the show ring, you guys. It's just, you know, with me personally being a judge, I don't go out and show my dogs, because it's a lot of stuff going on with that. You know what I mean? I go to a BRC show and show my dog, and then they're saying it's favoritism.
Well, no, it's a conflict of interest. A judge should never show a dog in the same ring, or have a dog that they co-own or own go into the same show ring. It's a conflict of interest.
You know what I mean? Then I go to other registries and they might not pick my dog because I work for another registry. And it's just that type of deal, man. But we do go out. We do bring the dogs out, that type of stuff. Matter of fact, we just had a real nice show here in my hometown not too long ago. It was a 420 show. We had a few dogs out there, that type of stuff.
It's no different than AKC, UKC, any of the venues that you go to, whether it's bullies or a legit breeding, or, you know, whatever, a legit venue, whatever. It would be a conflict of interest if you were a judge.
This is Dollar Bill. You know, we always said, you know, Busy Bone and Dollar Bill, we would like to put them together. And that's the whole reason why we did this breeding with Bella right here. This is going to be the mother of the litter. And, you know, those boys are real nice, show quality, extreme bulls. And that's what we were shooting for off of this litter. We were hitting.
Then why didn't you test them? Because if you would have tested them, you would have known that they would have thrown king tails. This is the problem with these type of breeders.
You know, we were shooting for the shooting for some show quality stuff. You know what I mean? Not every litter you're going to see from Illinois Kennels is just, you know, going to be strictly just extreme. You know, we shoot for extreme show quality bulls, but with this litter, we was really trying to kill it for that show ring. And if we wouldn't have got those,
and you didn't do the health testing, so you were shooting for that, you were asking for the money, you were doing all this stuff, but you couldn't put in literally a minimum, and I will show you, it's a literal minimum health testing. $45. $45 to test their dogs for what he's going to say. $45, and he couldn't do the testing. As you can see right there for the kinked tails. And he couldn't do it. But he's asking you to spend the money to buy your puppy. I don't understand why these breeders lie or why they skirt the issue of health testing for their dogs.
Couple kinks, we would have really got that. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's just part of the game, man.
No, it's not part of the game. And I'll rewind it just to show you.
Trying to kill it for that show ring. And if we wouldn't have got those couple kinks, we would have really got that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but, you know, it's just part of the game, man.
No,
it's part of the game.
Actually breed it out.
Jesus says, hey, this right here, you guys, this is a dope show coming up May 9th. Man, if you guys are anywhere near Minnesota, I highly recommend you go check this out. Really dope show. And matter of fact, if we can get them likes up, if you guys are new in here, please make sure y'all hit that like button. If we can get the likes up, I'll give you a sneak peek of that next Top Dog TV drop that I've been currently working on. I've been working really.
He's all about the money. He's all about, you know, promoting himself, promoting his dogs, but he can't spend $45 to test his dogs whether or not they're going to produce kinked tails. It's a genetic trait that produces all kinds of health issues.
Really hard on that video, and I'm hoping that it'll be up here really soon before this show. Super dope show. One of the dopest shows I've been to. The last show, he gave a card.
And he's going to tell you that it's no big deal. It's not going to hurt your puppy. Your puppy will be fine. You can even breed your puppy. And I'm going to prove to you, and I'm going to check him in real time, that it is not the truth. He is lying to you. As a breeder, he is lying to you.
Far away for free. Tons of giveaways during the day. Money, $500. Just where in those surrounding areas, I highly recommend you go out to it. Real talk. Just wanted to
I'm just fast forwarding through this bullshit of him promoting his show.
Let that be known why we were going through this right here. That type of deal. Where we at? So, and like I said, man, this litter was exactly what we were shooting for.
Was it exactly you were wanting to produce health issues? You are wanting to pass on health issues to your puppy buyers? Because as a breeder, I would never want to produce no one to produce health issues for my puppy buyers that was going to produce long-term health issues or even short-term health issues that were going to cause early deaths for my puppy buyers. Because if that's what you're trying to do, then just say it. Just be honest. Just come out and say that. I'm asking $3,000, $1,500, whatever, because these puppies are 6 months old. So you're discounting the price. That's what he says. I'm discounting the price because they're 6 months old. But, they would be, much more than that. They would be, way above market price because they're so great if they didn't have the kinked tails. And he'll say that. So he knows it's a health issue. But, let's sell them to the public, and you can breed them for more money. You know, if you fork over the money, I'll give you breeding rights. Why would you add that to the gene pool? This is the problem with these type of breeders. They're going to give you all the flash. They're going to do all this stuff. They're going to go to the shows. They're going to show you all this shit, but they're not going to tell you the health issues and the things that you're going to experience as the buyer, the heartache that you're going to experience as the buyer. And they don't care. For $45, he could have tested his dogs and knew that this was going to be a problem.
We just ended up with a couple kinks, and that's unfortunate. You know what I mean?
Unfortunate.
You know, this girl right here is probably the most well put together show quality female off of the whole litter. This girl is going to be a beautiful. And keep in mind, you know, these puppies.
And she has a kinked tail. Right here, you can see her kinked tail. If you don't know what you're looking for, that right there is a kinked tail.
Puppies, unfortunately, we had to put these puppies up a little bit older. And that's because we had 3 litters drop back to back to back. And we can't just, you know, this whole process takes a little bit of time. You know what I mean? The person that had the very first litter really set us back a while because we were having a hard.
Breeding and ethics have gone out the window, and it's all about money nowadays. And it's a sad thing that people don't care about what they're breeding and what they're giving to their puppy buyers. And it should be longevity. It should be a life that they can love and bond with and have for a long period of time. It's all about the money that they're going to make and how much repeat buyers they're going to have. Because if your dog dies tomorrow, well, you'll just go back to them and get a new puppy. Or if something happens, well, you can just come back for a repeat buyer, you know, a repeat puppy and do all that. Why would you buy a puppy from somebody who doesn't health test, who doesn't do the right thing, who doesn't want to give you a well-bred, healthy puppy? I mean, we're not God. We do the best we can, but you should be at least testing for the bare minimum. $45 is not that much that you shouldn't be doing the right thing. And he's like, it's not going to hurt your puppy. Bullshit.
Hard time getting things lined up to record his puppies and all that type of stuff because he was working for the
and who is he's breeding to somebody, and this person, he couldn't line up to get his puppies, you know, pictures and all this stuff for 6 months to sell them. 6 months, they can't go into a home for 6 months. And so now you get these puppies for at 6 months old. You've lost so much of the bonding stage. And now you get a discount with kinked tails. Health issues. These are serious health issues. They're deformities to the skull, soft palates, epilepsy, heart issues. Most of them have heart murmurs already. There's defecation issues. There's so many problems with kinked tails. Look up DVL2. I mean, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of information, but I'm just saying you are looking at so many health issues with kinked tails. And he's just going to blow it off like it's no big deal. I'm going to sell it to you for half price. Unless you want to buy a breeding one, because, you know, 4 of them are bitches. So if you want to buy them, then I'm going to charge you extra. These people.
he was working for the United States Post Office, and that drop was happening right in between Christmas time. And anybody knows, if you're working at FedEx, UPS, any of that type of stuff during Christmas time, you are working crazy.
And you're working crazy hours. I'll give him that. But you couldn't took 5 minutes to take some pictures, to take some video, to get these puppies into a good home?
Long hours. that type of deal. And
A good home for free, because let's not forget they have health issues that he should have done prior to the breeding. He shouldn't have done the breeding in the first place.
So with that being said, we was having a hard time catching up with him. Even his pups, he was the very first litter out of this whole thing, and even his pups got put up at like 5 months old.
I mean, just listen to this guy. He's got a couple litters that he's like, what, outsourcing with other people? Like, what is this Illinois kennel? What does he do? Outsource with people? And then they all like he's not breeding for himself. He's outsourcing to people that he's not like checking in on the puppies. Like, how does this work?
And then the next litter, that litter was 5 months old too, because we were waiting on the first litter. And then this litter became 6 months old because we were waiting on the first 2 litters. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why these puppies are going for the deals that they are going for. We do not normally sell puppies this cheap. And this will, you know what I mean? And like I said, with them being a little bit older, we're going to offer them at a good price. You know what I mean? That type of deal. But these puppies are 6 months old. You know what I mean? They're 6.5 months.
Hey, Bakari, sorry. I'm just and this thing just like irritates me to no end. These backyard breeders, these breeders that have like so many people that are like all over the place. I mean, I don't understand how all this works where you have so many people that are like all over the place, and you got 6 months puppy, 6 months old puppy here, and 5-month old puppies here, and all this. Like, when I breed for myself, and my puppies are my puppies. I don't have like people over here and people over there, and I have to wait for puppies here and wait for puppies there. Like, my puppies are my puppies. Like, I don't understand how he's even talking. Like, this doesn't even make sense.
Like almost 6.5 months old right now or whatever. With that being said, they're starting to stretch out a little bit. You know what I mean? They're in a little bit of more of a lankier stage, but they still look great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they're lanky because they're 6 months old. But the thing is like, why are they everybody else's dogs? Like, don't you breed your own dogs?
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying these are linky, ugly dogs. What I'm saying is they're just in a leggy stage for them. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's why.
Yeah, well, they should have been in homes. They should have been in homes with their people. You've missed so many bonding stages, so many training stages, so many where they could have been loved by their family. Like, I don't understand these living with who are they being bred by? Like, do they own the bitch and you only own the male? Like, I don't understand all these setups. Like, how does all this work anymore? Yeah. This is the first time I've ever seen him, and I will tell you what, this guy, I don't understand how he even breeds or why he doesn't even test. I mean, the test is like $45, and he should absolutely be testing. He owns a breed that has king tails, DVL2. Why he's not testing is ridiculous. It's a very cheap test. And I'm like not yelling. I'm just very passionate about what I'm talking about. Like, I mean, we have it in Corsos. So, like, it's something that you should be testing for. Like, it's a very cheap test. It's something you don't want to fuck around with.
When these puppies were, 3 months, 4 months old, they looked like some hogs, and they still do look good. You know what I mean? But
Right. Right, exactly. I mean, he has a lot of people that follow him. The fact that he's not testing is very weird. And the fact that he said it's just something that happens. It's not something that happens. It's not just some magical thing that just pops up and you don't know about it. No, it's something that you can actually test for and breed away from. Right. I mean, he's very flashy, but it's like he's talking out of his ass. I mean, he came across my thing and I was watching him and I was like, no, that's not true. Like, you literally need to like give information. That's why I was like, no, don't buy pups from him. Like, because if he's not testing and he's like giving this wrong information, I mean, that's what this channel is about, is giving truth and facts. And I don't want people to be like blindsided. This dude is not like telling the truth at all.
Right now, they're just kind of growing a little taller. They're starting to leg out a little bit. You know what I mean? But this, again, this is going to be the best show quality pup off of the whole litter for anybody trying to hit that show ring. The first two females are going to be that. And that's exactly what we were shooting for from this litter, like I said. And
you should have been shooting for freaking health. Health should have been your health, and longevity should have been number one. It's I'm baffled by this guy.
You know, the kink tail situation, we've been doing really good on that, man. We've been really doing good, learning to work our bloods. Unfortunately, this was kind of a tight breeding, you know what I mean? But, you know, we wasn't expecting the kinks to come.
How can you, we wasn't expecting it. You can test for it and know whether or not it's going to come or not come. It's a very simple test, like I just showed. $45. I spend more than that in cigarettes. I mean, I don't understand that. It's $45. You can test your dog, and then you know. Very simple. And then you don't have to go, we wasn't expecting it. You would know.
But
I mean, this is literally baffling to me. I don't know how you sit there and say that with a straight face. I mean, I literally just showed that. Like, right there. $45. And you would know every one of your dogs that you breed. How can you say we wasn't expecting it?
We wasn't expecting the kinks, but they're here, and that's is what it is. You know what I mean? Unfortunately.
And then you double down on it?
You know, kink's really not that big of a deal.
It is. It's a huge deal. And I'll show you. Because you can have, I mean, you can go to, you can test whether or not your dog has kinked tails. But the thing is that if you have DDL2, the physical traits, and I'll blow this up to show you, is that you can have the physical traits is congenital heart defects, malformation of your vertebrae, cleft palates, abnormal genitals, and other developmental abnormalities. But it happens in all this stuff. But you can have all kinds of issues. But they're linking it to seizures, they're linking it to sudden death syndrome, all kinds of issues. So the fact that it's not that big of a deal, why would you ever? But these are all the breeds. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't just test for it.
Deal, man. For you guys that are looking for a pet, you know, it's a perfect deal for you. You know what I mean?
And the thing is that you have a hard time with the dog breathing. You have a hard time with the dog even just playing out in the yard, all that stuff, sudden death, like cardiac issues, like DCM, all that kind of stuff because of the heart issues, all kinds of things. I mean, I'll show more. But the thing is like, why would you just not test? $45. Why wouldn't you test for it?
For people that are looking for, you know, to start a kennel and, you know, do shows and all that.
Also, defecation, like having a hard time shitting, all kinds of things. Because it fuses the spine, causes all kinds of things with the spine being kinked. It causes abnormality of the breathing and the skull placement and all kinds of things. Like, I'll bring him more up as he goes on. But the thing is like, why would you not test for it? And why would you just say that it's not going to cause an issue? And then he's going to say, if you want to breed, it's fine.
Type of stuff, the first 2 pups are going to be for you. You know, the pups with the kinked tails, okay? Those pups with the kinked tails, they're, you know, I wouldn't say, hey, if you're trying to start a kennel, grab one of those as your foundation dog. I'm not saying that. But 9 times out of 10 people that buy kinked tail dogs, they're going to breed them regardless. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of bull.
They're going to breed them regardless. Now listen to what he says about this bullshit.
Breeders out here that sell dogs with kinked tails and just act like it's supposed to have a kinked tail, things like that. You know, no, dogs are not supposed to have kinked tails. It's a flaw, like a dog, like a person with cross eyes, or, you know, a person with pigeon feet, or, you know, whatever they call it, that type of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just a defect. It's a flaw. You know what I mean? It's nothing that is going to hurt these dogs in the long run, by no means.
All this stuff that I just showed you, it's not going to hurt them? Do you think all the stuff that I just showed you is going to hurt the dog? Can't breathe, can't play as well, heart abnormalities, genital abnormalities, all that shit, soft cleft palate, all that shit. Do you think that's going to hurt the dog? I mean, honestly.
You know, there was a kinked tail there and we had it docked. And the reason why we have it
to hide it. That's the truth. He's going to tell you it's not, but that's the truth.
Docked. You know, a lot of people think we dock them because we're trying to hide it. If we docked them to hide it, we wouldn't tell you that it had a kinked tail. Okay.
Exactly, canine.
So we're very upfront with everything. We let everybody know what you're going to be purchasing and all.
Except we don't tell you, we say it's not that big of a deal. We tell you it's docked. We tell you it's a kinked tail, but we tell you it's not that big of a deal. We just don't tell you all the abnormalities and that it's an issue and it's a mutation within the gene.
All that type of stuff. The females with the kinks is crazy because, like I've mentioned in probably 50 or 60 of our videos, a lot of times the kink tail dogs are the most impressive dogs. And with this litter, that's going to be that case too. You know, these girls look good, but if those girls with the kink tails didn't have kink tails, those would be the higher picks. You know, unfortunately, that's just how this dog stuff goes, man. A lot of times.
Let's just take a look at what this is. I mean, let's honestly, right. Let's just take a look. Exactly. Just looking at some of the issues that we have with a kinked tail. But it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be a problem for just the pet buyer. Don't worry about it, guys. How'd you, canine? There's all these issues, but it's not going to be a problem. And he's going to say, soon on, he's going to say that all bulldogs have kinked tails. All of them. And this is the truth. They don't. Because people test for them and don't breed for kinked tails. Because responsible breeders do not breed for kinked tails. Because it's a $45 test. Right. Well, this is the problem. This is why I was like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, I've never seen this guy before. But when I seen this, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this guy is telling people that, because Corsos can get kinked tails, right? And I was like, I can't believe that this guy is telling people that it's not a big deal. I mean, they have a problem shitting. There's soft cleft palates. They can have heart murmurs. They can die from DCM or DM. In Dobermans, it's DCM, but it's basically the same thing. There's all these health issues. And he's just like, oh, no, it's no big deal. And I was just like, are you serious?
Your kink tail dogs are going to be the more impressive looking dogs and things like that. You know, with this breeding, this was a pretty, you know, not like crazy, too tight, too dangerous of a breeding. It was just a tight breeding. And unfortunately,
no, both parents have to have it. You can have one parent that has it and the other one that don't, and you're not going to get kinked tails. Both parents have to carry the gene. Like, this is the idiocy of this. Like, you have to understand how genetics work.
we ended up with some kinks. You know, these puppies are really, really heavy on the razor's edge blood.
Right.
And they have a little bit of line breeding on the Rocco. So it's the best of both worlds when it comes to the American Bully blood.
It's the best of both worlds, and you get kinked tails. So who cares? We just keep breeding the bullshit, right?
You know, razor's edge, Gotti, mix.
So we just have all the names, and it's all fluff and bullshit. And we just keep, you know, breeding the names because we get the muscle, we get the short legs and the wide heads and, you know, the short backs and the whatever and the wide arms and the exaggerated bullshit. But we also get the diseases and the mutations.
Is, you know, that type of deal. And I don't mean mix like mixed breeding. I'm just talking about mixture of bloods. And I know a lot of you guys probably know that, but a lot of people
Right.
will take this, you know, like this girl right here. This is going to be one of the kink tail females. Okay.
And watch, when she's running around, you can absolutely see the difference between her and her siblings.
The kink tail girls, both kink tail girls are going for a crazy, crazy steal. Like I said, if you're looking,
they're going for a crazy, crazy steal. Don't get it twisted. They're going for a crazy steal.
For a pet, and you're not really tripping too much off of going, you know, putting it in the actual sanctioned show ring. You can put it in a fun show, no problem. But as far as the sanctioned show goes, it's not going to do real good. You can still put it in the show ring. It's just not going to do real good. Okay. In a sanctioned show.
This is so sad to me. I get so irritated.
So in a fun show, it could go out there and bring home, you know, if this dog ends up to be
all they care about is money.
The next baddest thing in the world and it just has a dock tail, it'll go to a dog show and walk home with one of the biggest, baddest trophies in the building. You understand what I'm saying? And this, again, this is female number 3. She's going for $1,500 with papers. If you're wanting,
well, $1,500 with papers, it's a steal.
To breed her, things like that, we're not telling you. You know, for you guys that are interested in the pet quality pups and they're a little bit cheaper, I'm not telling you you should start a kennel with this dog.
Oh, I'm not telling you should. Just you can. Me. Right. Right. Right.
But if you buy her and you love her and you're like, you know what, I want to have some puppies with her.
Oh, if you buy her and you love her and you want to have some puppies, her kink tail and all her health issues. Oh, fuck. Don't worry about that. It's not going to be a problem. You're not going to create all these, you know, mutations.
That's not going to hurt anything. Okay. You can still breed the dog. So that's what the whole $1,500 with papers means. If you want to, you know, if you got in your mind that you might possibly want to have a litter with her, you can buy her for $1,500 with the paperwork. If you're not worried about
what the hell is happening in this world?
having a litter, that type of thing, then you could go ahead and buy her for $1,000.
Oh, for $1,000. Ethics and morals have gone out the window. Honestly, gone out the window.
$1,000. You know what I mean? And we try to offer good deals, you know, no matter what litter we're on. You know what I mean? Even our litters, when they're not, you know, getting on the older side, we still throw you guys good deals, and you know that.
We still throw you good deals, and you know that. Yeah. You would think, but you know, well, the thing is, this is the thing, Bakari, right? Is she's 6 months old. She's 6.5 months old now. They got to get her out. They got to get her out of the kennel. So papers, not papers, whatever, just get her out of the kennel because she's eating food for them. She's eating food. She's taking up money. They got to make any money they can off her. Even if she goes to 300, get her out. So, you know, get her out. Right. Yeah. Right. Unfortunately. Well, that's true. Pyramid scheme. Yeah, we'll sell her for 1,500. You know, but we need a puppy back. We need this. We need that. You know, but now she's 6 months old, almost 7 months old.
With this litter right here, we got a couple pet quality pups. We threw them up, you know, they're getting a little bit older. That's why they're even, usually we'll do 2K with papers or 1,000 with no papers. But, you know, these puppies are getting a little bit older. So we said, you know what? We'll go ahead and give you guys a deal. 15.
Oh, we're making you a deal. It's kind of like when you go to the grocery store and it says sale on it, and they put a sale sticker over it, and you rip the sale sticker off, and underneath it's the same price, but it says sale over it, so you think you're getting a deal. You're not getting a deal. Right. It's the Instagram puppy, right? People on the right.
1,500 with papers or 1,000 with no papers. And like I mentioned, though,
It's the hustler, right? It's if people knew what they were actually buying and the money they're going to have to fork over, and that's why I'm doing this. I mean, it probably sounds really bad that I'm like calling this person out, but the truth is like if they knew, even for 1,500, even for 1,000, do you realize what heart murmur, a soft cleft palate? Look at her. She's got a dish nose. Look at her skull structure, all this stuff. If you actually knew what you were buying and what you're going to have to pay in vet bills going forward, would you spend $1,000? I know she looks cute. Take that aside. If you knew what you were going to have to pay in the long run because of what vets charge today, would you do it? And that's a serious question, right? If you could pay $2,000 tomorrow to buy a well-bred pet, or $3,000 tomorrow for a well-bred pet versus her for 1,000 or even 1,500, knowing what I just told you about her genetics, because you were informed. What is the choice you would choose? Right? And that's what I'm saying. Like these people, because they're flashy, because they say the right things, because they're like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's this, it's that. But now because you have the information at hand, what is the dog you're going to pick? Because now you have the information. Because this person's saying, oh, it's not a big deal. But now we just checked him in real time. What now are you going to choose? Right? Hey, Doug, what's up? But that's what I'm saying is like more people need to call these people out. I understand that there's a lot of people out there that are flashy, that are like, he's got a beautiful setup, like, and he's got the name, you know, Illinois Kennel. He's saying all the right stuff. He's a hustler, right? She's cute as hell, right? But now having her background and knowing that she's got a kinked tail and knowing that she's got these health issues or potential health issues, would you think twice about even paying $1,000 versus $3,000 for asking a breeder this information and having these health tests in front of you? And that's all I'm saying. More people need to go, nah, this dude is bullshit. This is what he's saying, and this is the information I have at hand. And that's all I'm saying. Right. I don't have any puppies for sale. I'm just saying. Which test is $45? Here, I'll show you. The kinked tails. So he's got kinked tails. These puppies that he's trying to sell right now on his site is $45, right? He could have tested his breeding stock to not have kinked tails, Doug. And it's $45. It's 3 to 5 business days for a return to know whether or not he would produce kinked tails in either one of the breeding parents. He chose not to do it. $45 each. And he was just saying, that's another raffle. Right. And so it happens in Corsos too. And it happens in a lot of Mastiff breeds, bulldogs, pit bulls, anything like that. So there's a lot of breeds that have kinked tails or DBL2, right? So there's a lot of breeds, and these are the types that come back either affected. They carry 1 copy or 2. And so either parent can carry a copy or 2 copies. But if either parent carry a copy and both carry a copy, then your litter is going to produce them. He's sitting there saying, we didn't know it was going to happen. Well, you can literally test the parents. If they carry a copy and you breed them together, they are going to produce kinked tails. And he's like, well, we didn't know it was going to happen. You literally, for $45, you can test whether or not they're going to produce it. So he had 4 puppies. 2 of them had kinked tails. So that's so he's trying to literally say he didn't know it was going to happen. It produces all kinds of things like soft cut palates, genital issues, like genitalia issues, heart abnormalities, skull issues, seizures, all kinds of stuff. It produces all kinds of stuff, defecation issues, all kinds of stuff for the buyer long term. or short term, because the dog can actually die early. So there's no longevity for that dog. And he's like, it's no big deal. And he's literally selling them as breeding dogs. $1,000 for pets, $1,500 for breeding. Yeah, it's literally a mutation. So it causes all kinds of issues. And he's like, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Just buy them. And because they're 6 months old, he's selling them for cheaper because it took him months to bubble get with the breeder or whatever to get pictures and stuff of them. Yeah, it causes all kinds of issues. Here, I'll show you. So so these are, oh wait, here, these are the known issues of kinked tails. Vertebrae issues, trauma-related issues, spine issues, nerve mobility issues, behavioral issues, neurological issues, skin issues. So all kinds of issues, but heart issues, it's linked to all kinds of issues. But it's literally a $45 test.
These puppies that have the kinks, if they had full tails, they would be going for way more than even 2,000. Okay, just so you guys know. And once we get through this footage a little bit better, hearing a little bit.
I agree, Bakari. They're normal for the breed, but it's not normal for them to breed kinked tails dogs, which, right, because most are literally pulled from the breed, but they don't do it, right? Nothing else matters. They can justify any action and outcome based on the breed. Right. I can see it. Why should it change the name of the breed? Yeah.
In this footage, I'm going to show you guys the puppies running around and that type of stuff. When you see them running around, you'll be able to see what the tails look like. You'll be able to see they're docked and all that type of stuff. So we're very upfront with everything over here. Jesus says, you going to repeat for a male? I doubt it, but you never know. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we only had 4 pups. That was really sucks. You know what I mean? We only ended up with 4 pups. We only ended up with 4 females. But you never know what would have happened if we'd have had like a 10-piece off of this litter. You know what I mean? We could have had some really, really badass pups. You know what I mean? Just seen somebody say something, kind of brain farted me there. But yeah, I can't remember what I was getting at, but like I said, hold up, let's get to some of these. Yeah, as far as repeating, you're going to repeat for a male. If we would have had more puppies, we probably would end up with some males and stuff. But I'm not, with us having a couple kinks off of this, I doubt we'll repeat it. But you never know. You know what I mean? You never know. Alex Toller says, "What's up, big homie?" That's a Killer Noise member right there in the building. What's good with you, big dog? What's good with you? Mr. Wall says, "I was lucky to get a pup from the last drop. Brick and Remy bringing me nothing but joy." Oh, okay, that's the homie. That's right. Man, big shout out to the homie, Mr. Walls, right here. He ended up getting one of those females. He came from I think he lives in Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to the homie, man. You know, he came and he didn't want to do a video. Okay, so here soon you guys are going to be seeing that show vlog, and you're not going to see that puppy in the show vlog. Or here soon we're going to be doing a Killer Noise customer pickup video on that litter he's talking about.
Stop your dog. And secretly good in a pit bull is actually due for the breed temporary change of law. If you bred a pit bull to a Doberman, I would come to Canada. I would find you, canine. I'd be like, listen, we need to talk. I'd be like, why did you do that?
Okay. But you're not going to see him in there because he didn't want to do it.
His noises irritate the hell out of me. I could not watch the whole thing because I was like, oh my God, the noises. I don't know why somebody adds so many noises to all this. Like those, I don't know. Just got a quick training session and my new pup is as a quick alert. Oh yeah. You'll have to send me on Instagram, Doug. You'll have to send me a picture of your boy so I can put it up. I want to see what he looks like. How did you guys like the Dave Croyer interview? I have another one in the works. I'm so excited. But you'll have to send me, or you'll have to let me know what you thought of the Dave Croyer. I really loved it. Oh, dude, I was so stoked about that. To hear that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to send us pictures of what he looks like. And also, do you guys have any, he wants to come back on for a live Q&A. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Because I want to do a live Q&A with him. Oh, man, a new name. Separate him from the Doberman. The bull breed. Canine, I would literally, I would go all over Canada. I know, that's what I'm saying, Bakari. I need questions. I mean, because I had 65 questions for him, and I bet maybe I did 10. Because sitting down with him, I'm telling you what, I know that I'm getting off topic, but sitting down and talking to him was just like, for me, was amazing, first of all. But it was like just sitting down and talking to somebody and just having a beer and just like, I don't know. Once I just started talking to him, it was just like, you know, back in the day when you just have like a dog conversation. And we just got talking. It was just like, I forgot all my questions. I mean, I had a few questions, but I had the list of questions, but I think I only asked him like 10 maybe. And I had like 65 questions for him. So I didn't even get through all of them. But he is such an awesome guy. And that was the first time I'd ever talked to him. But he is such a cool guy. Like, and he is such a chill dude. And he is so open and all that. But yeah, I need questions. Like, put them in the comment under his live. And I will have him back on because he was like, I'll come back on and whatever. But he's so open to just come back on and have a live and talk to you all. Right. And that is absolutely what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the man behind all the accolades, because there was a couple people that I talked to and they're like, oh, you can't talk to him. Like he's like Dave Croyer. And I'm like, no, you can talk to him. Like that's what I want to get from these people, is like the man behind all that, right? And he absolutely gave me that. And so those are the things, like, so all those questions, like off the wall, and he didn't want to know any of the questions. He didn't want to do like a before, he didn't want to have a sit down, he didn't want to do any of that. He was like, just like, let's just go into it. And I was like, okay, because I'm going to ask you some funky questions. And he was like, okay, cool. So he's just very cool. Oh, the Donovan. Yeah. Okay. The breed by best of both worlds. Some questions. Okay.
Mr. Walls, can you?
Well, yeah. Any questions you guys have, like drop them in all the stuff, or just send them to me on Instagram or whatever. Oh, okay. Or anybody that you think that I should interview next, because I'm open to like talk to anybody, because I'll ask people like weird questions.
Please verify that in the comment section right now that you came and picked up your puppy, but you did not want to do the video. Please do that for me.
And Vakari, I loved your comment. It was awesome. I really appreciate you writing that comment.
I would really appreciate it, my boy. But we do got a Killinois customer pickup video coming with all the puppies being shipped out off of that litter. And we damn near recorded all of them, you know, getting shipped out and pulling up to their new houses. This is going to be a really dope video. You know, since I dropped the last video on the channel, I've been working heavy on Top Dog TV trying to get it done before this show. But
he is like really pushing that TV, Top Dog TV.
But as soon as I get done with Top Dog TV, I'm going to drop that video, and it's going to be a dope one. But Mr. Walls, please let them know that you did poll up. I did attempt to do a customer pickup video with you, but you did not want to do it. Please let them know that, my boy. Lorenzo Young in the building.
By the way, I appreciate you all being here. It's awesome. I really do. I appreciate you all being here. Section, sharing videos, asking questions, etc. Well, I appreciate it.
And that's Killinois Renzo right there. Shout out to Renzo. This is Renzo's litter, you guys. This is the guy that you guys will be paying on Sunday. And a lot of you guys have purchased dogs from him already, Killinois family members. If you have,
I'll tell you what, that interview did a lot. I mean, I think a lot of people got to see who he really was.
And you're in here, let it be known. And, you know, make sure you guys check the video of the puppies, that type of deal.
But see, that's what I wanted to do, was I want to bring like real people to the channel, because like I'm about real and raw and like showing the people behind their accolades, you know. And that's what I told Dave. Like when we started, like the first thing I said was, I'm not like everybody's cup of tea. Like I know that, you know, like I'm I'm kind of a little rough around the edges and stuff like that. And I said, I don't want to really introduce you because most people know who you are. And I don't want to do the normal, boring, you know, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? I did a lot of research into Dave. And so I want to know the man who, in my opinion, has lived 10 lives. And so I want to know all those things. And I want to know what made you the man you are today. And so I want to know all those things that make you the man you are, not just Dave Croyer. You know what I mean? Like the guy who's always on the podium, the guy who's this, like the people in the dog world who know you. And so that's kind of like what I want to bring to people, like, because, you know, that's who he is. So that's kind of what I wanted to do, to make everybody see who he was. And brains fascinate me. People fascinate me, just like dogs fascinate me. You know, I think that's why I love training dogs. I love training puppies because puppies fascinate me. I love to see their brains work. I love to see how they move and how they understand things. So that's why I love seeing. I guess that's why things like this irritate me. People who breed and do this kind of thing, this is why it hurts me, because when somebody does something like this and puts these type of animals in people's homes, it hurts me because I don't understand why somebody would breed something like this to give something to someone who is going to, in the long run, have a bad experience. For me, breeding and training and doing all that stuff is to give someone something that is loyal and that they can love and work with. So it's always to further someone's love and loyalty to an animal, because that's what mine is. So I don't understand why somebody does this for just the money. I do it for the love, for the loyalty, for the understanding, for that connection. So I don't understand this. And so that's what my goal was always, I guess, for making this channel, is to show people this is what you're buying. When you buy from somebody like this, they don't care about you. They care about the money. And this is what you should know. Maybe that's dumb. I don't know, but that's what I've always bred for. Maybe that's dumb. I don't know. Maybe that will not give me a lot of likes, but I'm not about the likes. I'm not about the clicks, not about the fame. I'm just nobody. I'm just a person who has always been out there because I love animals. And I have a lot of love and empathy and regard for animals, because they're there for you. They've always been there for you. And they depend on you. And you should always be there for them. And you should always care for them, because they depend on you. And you're like, okay, well, that's dumb. So go back to the show.
Because there's customers that did let you know in the comments of that hey, yes, we have picked up dogs from Renzo, that type of stuff. You know, Renzo actually owns Brick. Who else? Dollar Bill, that type of stuff. So he's a lot more as well.
Gotta tune in.
Shout out to
Thank you, Bakari. I appreciate you. This is why gatekeeping is important. I appreciate you, Bakari. Thank you. This is why gatekeeping is important.
Wild tune.
You don't want to sell anyone and produce a subpar dog or produce dogs that sell them to people who will purposely hurt your breeds. Exactly. Right. I mean, I guess that's what I'm always trying to get across. Like, they don't have a choice, I mean, right? I don't know if that's like they don't have a choice. They don't, and that's always my saying, right? They don't have a choice to be born. We choose to bring them. And a lot of people get mad at me for saying this. They don't have a choice to be born. We choose to bring them into this world, so responsible for their whole life. And a lot of people get mad at me for saying that. But we're responsible. As breeders, we're responsible for their whole life, from the first breath they take till their last. And maybe this is me being a girl or whatever. And I don't think of me as a girl. I mean, I am a girl. Trust me. I'm not one of those. I'm a girl. And maybe that'll get me kicked off of YouTube. But I am a girl. And but I don't. I think of my world as we are responsible. We are their keeper, right? And if we produce them, no matter if they leave my home, I am responsible for their entire life. So if I bring them into this world, I am responsible that they have the best life possible. So it doesn't matter if I produce 5 puppies or 50 puppies. I have to make sure that they have the best life. And if they are 15 years old, they have to always come back to me. If that person says, I can't keep them or whatever at 15 years old, well, then they have to come back. I don't want them to go to shelter. I don't want them to go to rescue. I don't want them. It is my responsibility that they have to come back here because I produce them. Breeders who say, well, I don't care what happens to them. I don't, whatever. Then you're only in it for the money. You're not in it for the dog that you produced. You're not in it for this life that you created. And so you don't vet the home. You don't do this. You don't do that. You're just out there to produce the money that you're living off the back of your dog. And for me, you're a poor breeder. Every decision you make, from the moment you sit down and look at a pedigree, you do the health testing, you do all this, you are in it from that moment that you choose to make that litter, from every puppy that is in that litter. And if you can't make that decision, then you shouldn't be a breeder. And that's just my opinion. And if you're having so many litters that you can't remember the buyers, you can't remember the puppies, then you shouldn't do it. Then you're having too many litters. If you can't make those decisions, then you shouldn't do it. If you have 300 puppies and you can't take every one of them back, then you shouldn't do it. You're having too many.
Mr. K Boss, typo Dayton, not dating. All right, bro. I don't see your other message, man. It must not have came through, but it's all good. JH in the building, man. That's a Illinois member right there. Big shout out to JH in the building. That's Illinois, New Jersey right there. Annette Jones, that's Mama Illinois in the house. Shout out to Mama Illinois. And she's the owner of that.
I hate his sound effects. No,
Seeing you in.
That's what I'm saying. Be responsible. Every buyer, vet them, be responsible, Make sure you're doing everything. Have everything in place. Shit happens in life, right? You don't know what happens tomorrow. You may pick the perfect puppy buyer and something happens, like for instance, getting cancer, or that person spouse dies, and or they become homeless for some reason or whatever, and God forbid they lose their home or whatever, and they say, I can't keep the dog, and you be responsible and say, okay, I'll take the puppy back for the meantime, or do whatever, and do something that puts that puppy first. And if you can't, then stop breeding. That's all I'm saying. Just put that puppy first. Put it before your own needs. You made it. I know, right? I mean, that's what I feel like, right? I mean, and if you can't do that, then stop producing. If you feel like you have to put a puppy down, or you feel like you're producing so much that you're just like, well, I can't keep it, let it go to the pound, let it go to the rescue, let it do this, or like I know breeders that just let their dogs go to rescue all the time and all that. Then you're producing too many, and then you're not a good breeder. And that's just my opinion. You should always be willing to take your dogs back, no matter what, for the life, and I do mean the life of the dog.
Here. Jason H said the litter is fire. That's right. That's right. Bongo tokes for Bong tokes for Jesus. That name is crazy. Says, I want to see the kink so I can understand it. Is it like a S shaped? No. We had the kink docked. The tail's gonna look like, like short, like a Doberman Pinscher, but shorter. It's not long like a Doberman Pinscher. It's a docked tail.
It's not long like a Doberman Pinscher. Well, Doberman Pinscher's tail is docked at the third vertebrae, so
it's no longer
not that long.
there. And all it was a kink in the tail. You understand what I'm saying? It was just, Google it, man. Google kink.
Google? I don't think I would Google kink tail or tell people to.
In
Google me, bitch.
It'll Google me, bitch.
in dogs and check it out.
No, it's okay.
But yeah.
Right? How does he Google? Yeah, how does he compare kink tails to a dock tail? Because he's not that intelligent. I mean, have you heard him talk?
He says, could the kink be from too much from the ring in the line?
No.
No,
They love hearing your background commentary.
I mean, no, not necessarily, bro. All American bullies carry the kink genes. All of them do.
All of them.
You know what I mean? But like I said,
all of them do. Fact check in real life. No. Nope. Not all of them do. What the fuck did he say? Fact check in real life. Or real time. Nope. This is what I'm saying. Why do people do this? This is what I'm saying. I just don't understand.
said we're going to show you in this footage coming up what the kinks look like for everybody that's interested. We're going to show you what it looks like. You know what I mean? But we had it.
This is right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, because look, we've been going, well, now I've been going for an hour and 30 minutes, and we've gotten through 33 minutes of this stupid content. Well, because I also went off on a squirrel because I was like, well, so here's my sad story of why I think people like this suck. But yeah, but no, I'm just saying, like he's horrible. Like I feel bad for these dogs. I feel bad, first of all, that they've ever been produced. But this is what I feel bad about, is that people are going to buy these dogs and spend a ton of veterinarian care on these dogs. You know what I mean? Right. And then this is the thing, is that people are like, oh, you know, she's just bashing on him. I'm not bashing. I'm showing true fact, right? So we're fact checking him in real time. And he's lying. And the people that don't watch this content are going to get taken by this guy and spend tens of thousands, because think about how much money they will spend in veterinarian care, especially today, because we have big corporations that have taken over the veterinarian clinics and spend tens of thousands of dollars to take care of these dogs. Because it's not like just like little farm. Like I have a large small animal vet. Like my vet is old school vet. So he doesn't charge me as much as all these big corporations. But for the normal person, they're going to spend tons of money on dogs like this.
Doc, anytime we have a kink tail and on our kennel, we dock the tails. That way, for the customers, it just looks better. You know what I mean? You ain't got a bunch of people asking you, hey, what's wrong with your dog's tail? And you know what I mean? That type of stuff. It's just better just to dock it. That's the way we think.
It's just better just to dock it. Right. So that way we don't have people asking us. It's just better just to dock it. So we hide it in the truth.
And that's what we do. And a lot of people appreciate it and like that. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. But it's not necessarily from one specific blood. You know, there probably was some Remy line, you know, in that.
What? Garbage dogs.
Yeah, we're restoring this car. We just filled it full of mud because it looks good.
We're restoring this car. We just filled it full of mud because it looks better. He said to hide the problem. Wrong. Right. Until the dog needs to go to the vet because it has a heart murmur. It can't breathe because it's running around. It drops over dead. I mean, DM or DCM. DM is an issue with kinked tails. Sorry, it is. I'm not saying that to be, facetious, but it's true.
In that pedigree, but it's not just specifically from Remy. Remy's not the only dog that threw kinked tails.
Well, it's not, because both parents have to have the issue.
In American bully history. You understand what I'm saying? All American bullies carry the genes that throw kinks. It's just part of the breed. You know what I mean? This isn't like something, oh my God, this happens. This happens every single day. Kinks is very, very common within American bullies, exotic bullies, all that type of stuff.
It's common.
So I'm not saying it's what you should be shooting for. It's what you should be wanting. I'm just saying that it's a common thing. You know what I mean? The first time, like the first couple times we ever had kinks on the channel, man, people was just like, oh my God, you got kink tails. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. It's really not that serious, man. It's part of the breed. It's just like, you know, like English bulldogs. Every English bulldog born has a kink tail.
Every one of them.
Almost every single one of them.
Oh, everyone.
Okay. Bully breeds like that, things like that. You know what I mean? They, you know, it's like literally the whole reason you see English bulldogs' tails cropped and that type of stuff. They're literally born, you know what I mean? They're born with it. Every English bulldog has a kink tail. So therefore, that's, you know what I mean? It's pretty common. You understand what I'm saying? It's not as bad as people think. You know what I mean? And for anybody who's just looking for a cool pet, wants to get one of Killinois Kennels' dogs and doesn't want to.
Why is his name Killinois? Does he think that makes his name cool? Yes, that's 20% water. Be considered legitimate business? No. So how the fuck can you sell? How can a seller of 20% deformed dogs be legitimate? Because he's Killinois, dude. He's Killinois. Oh, I don't know. This is what I'm trying to say. This is why I'm trying to bring this to the channel to be like, look, this is the information. I'm trying to bring you legit information to like bring you the information. This is not legit. No matter how he spins it, no matter how he says it, no matter how he says it's legit, all bulldogs have it. They dock the tails. No, they do it like this. It's not. It's literally not. I just showed you all the information. Fact check him in real time. He's so full of shit. Don't buy his puppies. You're going to have health issues. You're going to be going to the vet. Your dogs are probably going to pass away at a very young age. All that shit. Like, all Billies and Bulldogs, probably all old breeds, have king tails now. Just include all bulls, mix, and all Orphan boys. Not only that, I mean, you can just add here. Let me look. There, you just yeah, like look here. You just, you know, all these physical traits. These are the physical traits. All these. Don't worry about it. All these breeds right here. Just add those right in. Yeah. Hey, T. Welcome. Just add those in. All those too. And then add Robino like syndromes from humans. Add humans too. Those are normal. So you're fine. We're all good. We're talking about great breeders who sell you dogs that have no problems with kink tails. And no characteristics of any health issues. Can't test for it, just pops up. Buy $1,000 dogs. Start your Start your breeding program with kinked tails, because that's what you want to do. I'm totally fucking with you, T. Don't start your kennel with kinked tails. But you should definitely not buy from this guy. Flap of skin. Oh, did it have the T? Did it have the rope? That's the new thing. Oh, Bakar, yeah, the rope Frenchies. Oh my god, they sell for an astronomical amount of money. By the way, guys, this is Maze, and because she sleeps on my bed and also sleeps on my couch, she will probably dominate me someday. Although she will be 6 in July. Just so you all know. Oh, T, you haven't seen a rope? I did a rope. I did a rope. I think it was TikTok. Was it a TikTok? Canine, you would know better. Didn't I do a TikTok one with rope? I think that's when we did a rope one. Yeah, it was a short with a rope. Well, it was the flap wrinkles. Yeah, I'll look. This guy's an idiot. Anyway, I'm done watching this guy. Oh wait, hang on. Let me fast forward this guy a little bit because I'm going to show you. Here, I'll show you this guy. I want you to show here. Get down for a second. Thank you. She's very dominant. Just so you all know, Maze is very dominant because she sleeps on my bed and on my couch. I just want you to everybody know she's very dominant.
Plus you're judgmental.
And she's very judgmental.
Judge us.
I'm gonna play this because I want you to see the picture or I want you to see the bitch with the pink hair. And then I'll show you, and then OT, I'll show you the or T, I'll show you the yeah, okay, yeah. But there's a different one that I showed with the thing. And then I also want to show you, we got to show Gerald because Gerald did a dumb fucking video. He showed a video and I have it pulled up because, he knows so much about dogs. Well, I have a video, but I'll show you. I'll show. I'll show you a video of the rope.
Tail, you understand what I'm saying? That's all it looks like. You see it?
Look how different The kinked
Just
tail.
looks like a little English bulldog king tail. What's left number wise? They're all still available because we haven't put them up for sale yet. They don't go up for sale until this Sunday. This Sunday. That type of deal.
This Sunday.
That's right. That's right.
This Sunday.
I'm late, but supporting for Monsterite. I have a busy bone daughter, and she's full of energy. That's our Killinois family in the building. Shout out to Derek Lee. That's our Killinois.
Oh my God, these sounds.
Big shout out to him. Real talk. And as you guys can see in his profile picture, that dog on the left, that's his busy bone daughter, and is an amazing girl. Amazing girl. And then on the right, he's got a boy out of God of War, or out of God of War and Bulla. So hold up though. Let me run this. I got this covering up everything. Hold on. Let me run that back. You guys want me to run that back a little bit? Because there's not that much of it. That type of stuff. You see, it's nothing.
By the way, this is the whole study. If anybody wants to look at it, this is the whole study, and I'm going to link all this stuff in there. This is the whole study of what the kink tail is. I have all this pulled up. Oops. Where do I get? Okay. Yeah, 100K. This is fucking retarded. He does though. I know. He gives me content, I'm telling you. But this is the whole study of the king tail and how many dogs were actually, how many dogs were actually used and studied into the whole king tail and all that stuff. But I'm going to link it all into this live and all that stuff. But it's screw tail, DVL2, all that stuff. What all dogs were used, how it was all brought up, how it was, what the mutation was, what all issues were, everything. And what tests can be actually run and how it is actually formed, blah, 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 all that stuff. So the fact that he's like, oh, it just happened. I'm like, oh, you are so dumb. You are so dumb. So anyway, I'm going to link it all in. Dude, he don't know the dog sweat. He doesn't know the colors four of the Doberman. He don't even know what those 4 colors are. He don't know anything. But, I got to talk about him because, he's the godfather of the Dobermans. He gives himself so many accolades. It's hilarious. But look at the bitch with the cropped tail or docked tail. Sorry, he calls it cropped or whatever. But anyway, look at her compared to the rest of them. And the thing is that the other one actually has a king tail too, but he doesn't notice it. See? He calls it cropped. But the thing is that this is what's funny too, is that I keep making content off him because he's hilarious. I don't know how you're in a breed for 16 years and don't even know the colors of your breed. You can't even name the colors of your breed. Like the actual 4 colors of your breed. Screwed up. He's got other screwed up tails, but he didn't crop the. I love it. Cropped. It's called Doc, dude. Like this one right here, this black and white one, should have been cropped or docked in the proper terms. Oh shit! I'm not even playing it. Hang on. I'm sitting here. Why don't you guys tell me?
That type of deal.
You guys should have told me. Should be like, look, dummy.
That's right.
You're not
that's
playing
right.
it.
I'm late, but supporting for Monster. I have a busy bone daughter, and she's full of energy. That's our Illinois family in the building. Shout out to
I hate that sound. It's okay. You should have been like, dummy, you're not even playing it. I was sitting here looking at the other shit. I'm watching it. I have several screens, so you guys got to be like, look, you're not even playing it. That's funny. Dude, you should always speak up. I speak up all the time. I love people that speak up. You should have been like, see, you should have been like, look, bitch, you ain't even playing it. Like, we can't see what you're talking about. I'm sitting here going, that bitch is right there. Should have had her tail docked. And you're like, you should have been like, we can't see a fuck thing that you're watching.
Illinois family out there in the Caribbean. Big shout out to him. Real talk. And as you guys can see,
That's not real talk. That's nothing talk.
that's his busy bone daughter and is an amazing girl. Amazing girl. And then on the right, he's got a boy out of
Also, for trainers or people that know dog body language, watch these puppies.
God of War, or out of God of War and Bulla. So hold up though. Let me run this. I got this covering up everything. Hold on. Let me run that back. You guys want me to run that back a little bit? Because there's not that much of it. That type of stuff. You see, it's nothing, man. It's really nothing. It just looks like an English bulldog. Looks like
I would be okay with that. Aaron and I do the same thing all the time. He's always fucking with me, and I'd been like, really? I'm not playing it? Because I see it on his, because I can see it on his, But I've got several screens, so I'll be watching it, and I'd be like,
Yeah, you look like some kind of weird FBI.
Aaron's like, you look like some weird FBI motherfucker. So I'm watching it, and I think I'm playing it.
Yeah, I got 5 screens on one.
So I think I'm playing it, and you guys aren't seeing shit.
an English bulldog's tail. That type of deal. And like I said, we do not do it to hide it. We do it to make it look better for the
I doubt it. So the black and white one, now that you can see what I'm doing, this black and white one right here, that one should have had its tail docked in the proper terms as well if he was really trying to hide a kink tail.
customer. Okay, because sometimes kinks are crazy. I don't know what these kinks even look like because we do it off of every single kink. Renzo said he had a couple kinks. I said, man, make sure you get him to the vet.
Do you hear what he just said?
Once he had the puppy, man, because we do it off of every single kink. Renzo said he had a couple kinks. I said, man, make sure you get him to the vet. you know, once he had the puppies, he took them to the vet 2 days later and had them cropped, had the tails cropped. Okay. And that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't know exactly what they look like. They was looking like, you know, sometimes you'll have a kink in a tail and it's just like, you know, the tail with just a little kink in it, you know, a little kink might be like this. Sometimes they're like real screwed up king tails and they look crazy. You understand what I'm saying? It's not real attractive. And sometimes when they're kinked, the kink will actually give them a problem, you know, like when they poop and things like that. You know what I mean? So not like won't give them a real.
Now, what did I say? What did I say? What one of the issues with king tails?
I'm talking about one that doesn't get cropped. Okay. If it's all twisted and it's there, you know, sometimes the dog's going to poop and it might get a little poop on the.
He's going to say some weird shit in a minute. You're right. You definitely hide some. Right. Right.
Bottom side of its tail or something, you know, that type of stuff, you know. And I just think, and you know, personally, you know, like we did it back in the day. One time we had a dog with a kink tail and we just had it cropped because it was so bad. And my cousin loved it. He loved it.
I mean, he shit on his own tail, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So we just went ahead and cropped it, you know, like, why are you, like, you're trying to sell me something, I feel like. Doberman ears are cropped for looks and to avoid drooping ears. End of story. See how easy that is? The fuck you say? The fuck you say? Are we gonna have a fight, canine? The fuck you say? Poop on the tail means you have some figuring out what the smell like shit. Imagine. Yeah. No, that's not the end of the story. Yeah, the fuck you say? Yeah, you can like look all you want. That is not why Doberman ears are cropped. They're not for looks. Do you want me to prove it to you? Eric just went, oh boy.
This is how you gain subscribers.
Eric goes, this is how you gain subscribers. I know I'm giving false information because someone will believe me. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to move back to playing my video.
He loved it without the tail. He was trying to get me on the next dog he bought from me. It had a full tail, and he was trying to get me to get that one docked. I said, you're crazy, dude. We're not docking a dog with a good tail, you know what I mean? But he wanted to dock the good tail too. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how much of not a big deal it is, okay?
My husband is over there going, I can't believe she said that.
It's not a big deal at all. You know what I mean? It's not going to affect the dog's lifespan by no means, or none of that type of stuff. You see it? You see it right there? That type of deal. It's not going to affect the dog by no means. So, you know, I didn't even want to go live.
Dan, I said every time you hear him say Doc Tails, take a shot. No, don't.
Now, you guys, I don't put myself on camera like this, okay? I'm not trying to grow a beard. I'm setting myself up for a lineup. So I wouldn't even.
I didn't hear every time he's trying to grow a beard.
Went live tonight, but I wanted to keep my word, you guys. A lot of times I don't keep my word when it's coming to the videos because it's just hard to keep up with everything, you guys. I try to keep my word with you guys as much as possible, but I have a lot on my plate, man. I have so much work on my plate that it is unbelievable. It sucks. I need like help.
Aaron's still stuck on the Doberman ears. He's afraid I'm going to say something. He's like, don't talk about her breed.
With YouTube, you guys, because I got the content. I just don't got all the time to get the content up, and I'm doing my best with that type of stuff.
You're trying to get your content up. What is your content? Lying? Why are you always lying?
Man, I really am. You know, ever since I dropped that last video you guys seen.
Oh, right. Whatever. Okay. We got past this. All right. Did you all see the puppies? First of all, did you see the puppies? And how imagine saying spina bifida and not a concern and cause no health problems, period. Right? That's what I'm saying. All right. All right. So I need to find. Okay. Let's play that.
I've been working on Top Dog TV. You know what I need to play? And I've been working on this Top Dog TV video for so long. Hey, Jason H. or any Illinois member, let me know how many likes we got in the comment section. Like
he can't see how many likes you have in the comment section. Whatever. Oh, I can't see any either. I have no idea how many likes we have in the comment section. Probably 0.
I imagine after the Doberman thing, probably none.
Right. Okay. Probably none. Canine is a nice guy. All right.
Did you say? The fuck you say?
No, fuck you say. This guy. This guy. Normally I get 0, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's quadruple.
That's quadruple what I get. Quadruple? Wow. That's some fucked up shit to say. There are 2 of us, so you're betting 100. The fuck you say?
No, you're like. Fuck you say.
The Doberman ears, because the Doberman ears. Like, why would you say something about the Doberman ears? I'm gonna play this motherfucker. Listen. Listen to what this fuck says. Oh, I always talk about Gerald. He's a fucking retard.
Enforcing positive behavior. Do
I
you
say that. I say
treats
that
or do
about
you
Gerald all
suggest
the time.
toys? Because the lady who I interviewed, she said, who does all that, she said, you guys need to substitute your dog walking with playing with your dog with a toy. What do you think? What's the best reward?
Yeah. Oh, that's way more rewarding. You get engagement. You get the dog actually. He's working his mind and he's working himself physically. When you can get the dog.
Wait, was this on this episode of Dogs Don't Sweat?
Dog that can also, you can work the mind and you can work the drive and have the dog chasing the ball and coming for the ball. Oh, is way better than a casual walk for sure. And when it comes to toys versus food, so what the food does, the food is your precision. When you want a certain behavior to be correct and you want the dog to be able to have a thought process in it. The ball is when you want a little bit of drive in it. You want the dog to explode once he's gave you get the position and you want him to explode. This is the ball is for when the dog.
When it comes to reinforcing positive behavior, do you suggest treats?
Now, let me ask you something. For people who work dogs, or I had a dog that worked with a bottle cap. All reinforced. So right now, reinforce me? No. I had a dog that, first of all, was not food driven nor toy driven. She worked on a bottle cap. You could throw if the walk is a problematic. They can be worked on until it's not a problem. But the walk is important. No, not you. Fuck you, K9. So, hear me out. I had a dog. Yes, I had a dog. I had a dog that I'm gonna make you fucking come on this thing. So I had a dog that did not work for food. And the reason she didn't work for food is because I got her from South America.
Oh, God. Chica.
Yes, Chica, see? And she would not work for food whatsoever. Matter of fact, she wouldn't eat. She was tube fed until she was 12 weeks old.
She wouldn't eat until she was bred.
Yeah, and she would not eat.
Play with her food.
You had to play with her food. You had to stuff her. She literally did not know how to eat because they tube fed her in South America.
That bitch was hell.
Yeah, she was hell.
Every kind of food imaginable.
Yeah.
We tried to find something she liked.
Yeah, and when I called her breeder, she's like, just flick it on the food, flick it on the ground, all this stuff. She might eat a kibble here and there, but she was tube fed. That's how they did it in her kennel. And
as soon as you bred her,
but
boy,
it's
she ate
yeah,
like a horse.
yeah. As soon as I bred her, her instincts of survival kicked in to eat. But she didn't play with toys. She had no idea, like toys, all that kind of stuff. But she would play.
Would suck on everything.
Yeah,
though.
she was
a sucker.
Yeah, she was a natural Doberman instinct to suck. I mean, a lot of Dobermans suck. They either flank suck or they suck on toys. They do all that kind of thing where they preen, do all that stuff. But she loved bottle caps, like the bottle caps. And like if you
they hated when they had to show her.
Yeah, so to show in the show ring, you could play with a bottle cap and you'd hit the ridges and she'd stand up, she'd free stack herself. She was absolutely gorgeous. She'd throw her ass out in the middle of the ring. She'd free stack.
She commanded attention.
Yeah, she loved the atmosphere. If you clapped for her, she would just, she was a silhouette in the ring. But all you had to do was have a bottle cap and just take your fingernails and rub it across. And if she heard the ridges of the bottle cap, she was
free stack.
Yeah, so
that bitch was crazy.
Yeah, she would free stack. She'd arch her neck. She was absolutely gorgeous. And if the judge walked past her, she'd bark, throw her ass out in the middle of the ring. my handlers fucking hated to show her because they'd have to use a bottle cap. Not a toy, not a squeaky, not anything, but a bottle cap. Not food, not anything. And you'd have to stuff her from show to show to show to show. Because she'd absolutely lose weight. She would not eat. She wouldn't eat out of a bowl. She wouldn't eat nothing. So what he's saying here is the whole idea of, using food, using toy, using all this shit. You have to train the dog in front of you. Not every dog.
You have to find out what drives.
Yeah, you have to find out what drives the dog. This bullshit of,
Like me, I like chicken wings. I mean, that makes me do whatever. I love chicken wings. I'll mow grass for chicken wings.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when I train a dog, I learn that dog in front of me. Not every dog.
Well, you trained me with chicken wings.
Okay, shut up. Not every dog learns the same. Not every dog works on food. Not every dog works on a toy.
I bet Canine likes chicken.
Canine likes chicken. But not every dog, like what he's saying here, is this dog works on, a toy, this, and works for the drive, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You have to look at the dog. This is why.
Like spearing chicken wings.
Okay, stop. I'm trying to explain
Ask
something.
him. I bet he does.
Okay, maybe. But you have to work the dog that's in front of you. So if that dog isn't working on a toy, that dog isn't working on food, you have to find that one thing that works for that dog. And for like Chica was a bottle cap of all weird objects in the whole world was a bottle cap. It wasn't a squeaky toy, it wasn't a tennis ball, wasn't whatever. It was a bottle cap. So this whole thing of does this is a bottle cap. They're all laughing. They're laughing.
That's because they like chicken wings.
Right. Stop. Like in water bottles. Right. We slowly move to water bottles to a toy. Right. And you can slowly move that. Right. And start transitioning. But you have to start out with this thing. And this is what these little TikTok things don't explain, is that you have to find that dog. You have to work that dog. And I think when you start with these things, most people get frustrated because they want these quick fixes. What these things don't train you or teach you in these things is not every dog works the same. People train differently, people learn differently. So what works for one person doesn't work for everyone. What works for one dog doesn't work for everyone or work for every dog. So you have to find what works for that dog, and then you can, transition it to something else if it works. But why transition to this thing? If it works, like with Chica, she would fucking, oh my God, she was fucking amazing. People would clap and she would just show like a fucking $1,000,000. So why would I train her off of a fucking bottle cap? Why did I need to train her off into food? Why would I train her off into a toy? Just use the bottle cap. It worked for her. She loved it. She showed like $1,000,000. Why move her off to it when it worked for her? That's what I'm saying. If it worked for her, she thrived on it. Why did it have to be something different? Because that's what excelled her in it. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is like, if it worked for her, just because maybe I didn't want to use it, if it worked for her, why do we have to train it differently? Do you know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants that thing that works for them because that's what they know. But if it works for her, and that's what I said, like trainers didn't like it, like, or, handlers didn't like it. They're like, oh, I have to walk around with this in my pocket. And I'm like, yeah, it works for her. And they're like, I don't want to use that. I want to use bait. Why? It works for her.
Because they already had bait in her pocket for other dogs.
Right.
That's why.
But what? Okay, but here's the question, right? Depends on the personal goals and preference. But if it works for that goal, but works for that dog, and it gets you the same outcome, Bakari, why does the object have to change? We're talking about the object, right? This is the question. He's talking about a treat or a toy. Why does the object have to change to fit you as the trainer? Because it's what you know versus what the dog likes or what the dog responds to. Right. There you go, K9. Right. Right. So that's what I'm talking about, right? So I trained her on everything with bottle cap because it's what she was comfortable with. It's what she responded to. So everything was with the bottle cap. That bitch did everything. I had no problem with search and rescue. I had no problem with doing show. I had no problem with anything because she responded to a bottle cap. No one liked it, but she responded to it because she was never trained with food. She didn't train with toys and all that stuff. It wasn't until later in life when I bred her that she started to respond to those things. But I always kept her on a bottle cap because it's what she knew, it's what she responded to, and I had no problem with training with that. And everybody thought it was just odd. Well, I have no problem with switching up my game because it's what she knows. I can think outside the box. It's no different than if somebody responds to reading and learning that way, or if somebody is hands-on and learning that way, or if somebody has to read it and then touch it, and that's how they learned. Why can't we train that way if it's an animal, right? So the dog learns this way, this way, this way. If the dog's in front of you and this is how they respond to it, why can't you as a trainer react to that dog that way? Why are you not multifaceted to train the animal to do these things based on the animal in front of you? Right. Right. So like with my dogs, so so I have a big Christmas bell right? That I hang on the door that goes outside. Although my door's open and they have a doggy door that's open all the time. If that door's shut for some reason, they can hit it with their nose and I go open the door. Now the door's open 24/7, but they're still trained to hit that bell. And it's a big Christmas bell that you hang on a sled, right? I train them as puppies to hit that bell because as I'm training for housebreaking, I want them to hit that with their nose to let them out, right? So, but it's open 24/7 so that they can run in and out 24/7. Now the doggy door is open, but like I said, if it's for some reason shut, I want them to hit it to let me know they still have to go outside.
That's the best thing we ever did.
Right. So that is for them to say, hey, I got to go outside and this door for whatever reason is shut.
The dog door. That's
Right.
the best thing we've ever bought in our entire
Right.
marriage.
It's still like a
It's a godsend.
right. It's still like you're like if you have to put in a code to your password type of thing. And
I'm passworded out.
So let me see what you said. So it's kind of like your like secondary thing, right? So they're still trained, but every once in a while they'll hit it, just for whatever reason. I'm like, is the door shut? And it's not, but they'll hit it for whatever reason.
Sasha just likes to hit it.
Right.
Just to let you know, hey, I'm going outside.
Right. I'm going outside. Right. So it's kind of like that type of thing, right? So it's just like all this extra training. Technique. Changing the dog to
If you don't have a dog door, you need to
function is the problem. Right. I think this is right. Adapting technique is the problem. Right. Well, I think that's the problem now is that there's a trainer. Well, I think people give up on dogs, right? I mean, that's the real issue, right? People give up on dogs because they won't follow the rules or they don't. I don't think people live with their dogs. I think people have given. They don't have.
I don't think they spend enough time with them.
Well, they don't spend enough time. They don't regard. I don't think people regard animals the way they used to, right? Like,
Well, no, now they're just a money source.
right,
It's not like a part of their family anymore. It's just how they make money.
right,
So they don't put the time and they don't invest, themselves into the dogs.
right,
It's just what the dog can do for me. Not how can I live cohesively with a dog. It's what can you do for me?
Well, and how much money? If I buy this
Well,
dog
that's
today,
what I meant by what you can do for me.
Right.
It's how much can I earn you?
right,
Instead of being part of the family, they're a fucking income.
right. Well, that's the truth. Like my dogs live with me 24/7. They are a part of my life. They're a part of my family. They're a part, and I say that in reality, they're a part.
That's for true. They're laying right here.
Right,
I mean, they're part of us.
right, and
They're not income.
right. I mean, the two bitches that I have now, I've never bred, and they're 6 and 8. I have no intentions of ever breeding them, and the one bitch, I paid $7,000 for, and that's no shit. I'm not even making that amount of money up. And the other one I bred. And her mother I paid $6,000 for. I imported her from Russia, already bred. So the thing is I have no intentions of ever breeding them. Statement, right? Well, that's the thing is I have no intentions of ever breeding them. They're a part of my family, and I literally want dogs because I absolutely love them. I want them to be part of my family. I want them to be something that I can love and cherish and bond with.
Dude, and the thing is, dogs just like take your stress away when you come home from
like
work.
they're here because
I don't look at my dogs for an income. They're an outlet. Man.
Right.
They're not an income, they're an outlet.
Right. And when he's at work, I mean, a lot of people hate that I say this, but because they're like, oh, you shouldn't use your dogs as protection. Okay,
They're
well,
secondary for
first of all, they're secondary protection. I can go like this right now and reach my hand and touch a gun. I can go like that, and if I reach a little bit, I can touch a gun. And I probably shouldn't say that on Facebook, or not Facebook, but YouTube, but that's the truth. There's 11 spaces in this house so that I can touch a gun. So, they're a secondary, but because I would never put my dogs in risk. But
yeah, they're not our first.
They're not my first protection, but when my husband's they're not my first line of defense. But when my husband's at work, I feel protected. So I'm not ashamed to say that. I have dogs because they're a deterrent. Don't come in my fucking house. Don't come in my fucking yard. Don't come around my fucking house. I don't use them as a quote unquote badass dog, though. I hate when people say that. I would never, ever, I love my dogs to death, and I would never, ever put them in that position. I hate when people do that. Right. I'm the same thing. I love my dogs, but I don't need them for protection or income. 1,000 fucking %. I have fucking 18 cameras in this fucking house. When I look like this, I'm looking at 18 fucking cameras. 1,000 fucking %. So when I go like this, trust me, I see you before you see me.
Oh, we'll reach out and touch you.
I'll reach out and touch you before you touch me. I guarantee it.
There's more than one way to say good morning.
Right. So, yeah. People laugh at that. I mean, when people come to my house, they're like, "You look like the FBI." Well, yeah. I mean, that's
why you got 5 fucking screens.
You know, when people laugh, they're like, my mother-in-law comes over, she's like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the world that we live in today, I don't take no risk. I mean, that's just how it is, But, but I make a deterrent, But they're not there for, a first line of defense. I hate when people do that, though. And I hate when people use the Corso as that badass idea. I hate when anybody uses any dog as that. I hate when anybody uses any breed as that. That fucking pisses me off. Right. But I live in Ohio too. We have a stand your ground law.
Yep.
Thank you. What more do you learn? Unless you want to produce more dogs to keep the profits from having for sure. Oh, canine, that's the fucking truth. You know, when I bred Dobermans, that was the thing, you know. And the more people that said to me, I want a badass dog, the more that I was like, no, because I would never want to put a dog in that position or
Canine knows, man. 1,000 meters is child shit.
but no, that I would never want to put a dog in that position or in that, you know. I love my dogs too much. They're a part of my life, they're a part of my family, they protect me in many ways, you know, and I would never want any of that, you know. But the way that I see people today, I think it's sad what people think of animals. Yeah. Dude, I say that all the time. Ooh, buddy. I don't even know. There's a special place for people like that. You know?
Sharpshooting is like golf, but for men.
Oh, I couldn't imagine either. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I look at stuff and, you know, the love and understanding and the appreciation. I think that's what we lost today is the appreciation for dogs, right? And breeds. True love and understanding and appreciation for breeds. I mean, when you look at like this guy, this guy, I watched him last night. Ooh, buddy, I could only watch about 5 minutes of this guy before I about lost my shit. These dogs. Oh, you and me both. Dude, I'll tell you what. When I was terminal, there was a list. All right. Now I get you. Dude, me and you both. T, I feel the same. That's why I don't understand. These people that say some of the shit that they say, I wonder how they even love dogs. I wonder how they love dogs. Truly love dogs. Because there's a difference between how I feel. But I think, when you grow up and you like that's what I was in that interview. When I said that in that interview with Dave, when I said there's a difference between my love and appreciation and understanding for dogs and my empathy for people, I meant that. I meant that from the soul. This guy here, though, whew, I don't know how people like this actually own dogs. But there's more people like this in the world than I think there are like us. I mean, this guy, his followers, I mean, look, there's 32,966 views on this guy's video. Fuck yeah, man. Yep. Wow. Yeah, I agree with that. Animals are pretty honest. If you treat them right. So I said, the humans that destroy them. It's the humans and their ego that wants to destroy them, It's sad. It's very few people in this world that I feel that understand that we can coexist. It's not your ego. Did you see this guy that, not this guy, this idiot on YouTube? Oh, shit. Hang on, I'll find him. Fucking idiot. I would love to just meet him Just for fucking 5 seconds. Sorry, it's going to take me just a second to find it. I know people hate when I have to search for something. It really dips my views. Because they're like, why do you have to search for it? Not like... Oh, shit. Maybe they took it down. This dude was a fucking asshole. Oh no, that's that guy right here. He's a fucking asshole. Dude, I don't know how this dude owns. He has so many fucking people. No, this dude, I want to fucking show you. Let me see if I can. This guy. Check this dude out. I'm sorry to piss you off, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to piss you off. Because it pissed me off. I wanted to go to this guy's house. I really wanted to go to this guy's house.
Waiting on me. I seen Ada over there by the refrigerator waiting on me. Nice and patient and chilling, not bothering nobody. So I decided to give her a treat. As soon as I grabbed the treat off the counter, this is what happened. You stay. Where did all this traffic come from?
This guy is such a fucking prick. No, they don't fight. They don't fight, which I'm so glad they don't, but just pay attention to the dog body language, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. But watch this fucking asshole. I'll be right back.
It's the last two. Jerky tenders. Get back. Get back, Nino. You stay. Pablo. Get back. Get back. Get back. Ada. Get back. Sit down. Luna. Nino. Sit down. want to know what I struggle at? I struggle at giving a dog a treat that's not sitting down and being good and waiting patiently. I be struggling. It's almost like it's like feeding a dog that don't listen to you. Like, can you imagine you telling your dog what to do and then they don't listen to you and then they want you to feed them? And I just, it's something about that right there. Like, I can't feed a dog that don't listen to me.
Well, how about I come to your house, motherfucker, and not feed you because you don't listen to me? I would love to not go feed this motherfucker. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know about y'all.
Even if it's just snacks, like if you causing problems and you running around doing what you want to.
Right? Right? I mean, like, right. I mean, this whole thing to me, I just want to go beat his ass. Because I'm like, first of all, she was at the fridge. She was sitting there. And then they all came in. And then he's upset. And then, like, he's acting like he's some hard ass, like, doing some shit. Like, what the fuck?
Do it's hard for me to put that food in your bowl.
And then he's not going to feed them because they're what? They're not what? Like, get the fuck out of here.
And give it to you and tell you to go ahead and enjoy yourself when you're not even listening to me. I just can't do it. So I make sure.
So the chick in the back that's like, you know, walking around and shit, do you not feed her too? Because what, she didn't get up and move around and in the right direction for you? Do you not get, like, you know, a steak and potato and shit like that? Because, like, what? Like, I just literally want to go fucking beat his ass.
That I practice on the things that I want them to do. I practice it so that they could get used to it so that I could be happy. And as long as.
So you can be happy, they're fucking dogs. They're fucking dogs. Did you tell them what you needed? Did you, like, I hate people like this so much.
As I'm happy, I think they'll be happy. Do they look happy to you?
No.
They might not be too happy right now because I'm taking too long to give them another treat. I guess I'll give them one more. But this is a different kind because we ran out.
Right. Because he's got to be the macho man of the house. He's got to run the house. He's got to have bravado. I trained these dogs. I did this. Fucking hate people like this. Look at him.
The jerky. We got these human grade joints.
And all the thing is they're wagging their tail and they don't know any better. And all they feel is like, okay, so we're happy. I don't like it. This is the shit that makes me sad because his fucking demeanor. Like, who are you? Like, what?
And it's the end of it. It's like we at the end of all of our treats. But I think it's enough in here to give everybody one. Yeah, this is the last of the Mohicans.
I mean, the thing is I don't know if he really loves his dogs or if this is just like bravado for like the internet to like show I train my dogs, like I do this, like I'm badass, like these are my dogs, like I'm doing, like just be a fucking human.
I'm gonna have to break this up because some people gonna get. I'm gonna break these all the way up into little tiny little bites. You see these right here? I gotta break them up. This is how they coming, but I don't have that many, so I'm gonna break them all up to where they little like this right here. So we got 3 of them in this one. Normally I would just give them the whole one, but I'm gonna break that up into 3s. Boom. Now break that up into 3s. Boom. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 treats now. Luna, get back. Get back. Sit down.
Get back who? Who? Get back who?
Pablo, Ada, Nino, sit. Sit. You like that, Nino? Was it all right? I know you didn't examine.
I mean, honestly, who are we talking to?
It. Have another one. Nino, Luna, Pablo, Ada. Sorry about that, little lady. Sorry about that. All right, I got 2 more. Since Luna's drooling and I know she struggled with being still. And Ada's definitely not getting it because she don't even sit down. I gotta beg her to sit down. Sit down, Ada. Sit down.
Okay, so if he gives 2 more treats out of the 4 dogs, that's wrong. First of all, that would create animosity, and it does. You can create animosity between your dogs. Any trainer will know that, because then you're feeding dogs without feeding other dogs unless you can create other treats. I mean, this is unless he gives someone the side and doesn't record it. This is so, like, I don't understand.
Luna. Uh-oh. Look at Ada. She got it anyway. Well, Luna, you missed out on that one. This one go to Pablo. Uh-oh. Damn, Ada got both of them. Damn, you know what I think? I feel like I should have never talked that junk about Ada and say she ain't getting none, and she wound up getting the last 2. And I'm all out. So she got that off. I think where I messed up at is I wasn't treating everybody equally. If you got 4 dogs, you need to treat everybody equally because you don't want nobody getting jealous of the next.
So do you see how he drives me nuts? Like, this whole thing, I didn't watch this whole thing because he drove me nuts, and I was just like, I didn't know that he threw more treats. I just seen the first ones and it made me mad. I got mad. I got mad, believe it or not. But right, it's too late for equal now. Like, does he not understand that it's like you can create animosity between your dogs?
person. You know what I'm saying? That's how things could escalate, and you could have a little bit of jealousy in the air. You know, I don't know if you grew up with a lot of brothers and sisters, but sometimes parents be picking a favorite child. We try not to have favorite children, but I ain't gonna lie, Nino was my favorite child, my favorite dog child, and Pablo is on a mission. I'm telling you, Pablo is gaining my heart more and more every day. I love everybody, but I love Ada and Luna too, but I'm just saying, like, I got favorites, and my favorites be the boys. I ain't gonna even lie.
American bullies are basically what happens when you mix a pit bull with a bodybuilder.
Oh my God. So now he's not going to lie that he has favorites. Oh. Even if you have favorites, you can't treat them separate. Oh my God. How many males does he have?
And then give it the personality of a clingy toddler. These dogs look like they just walked out of prison after doing a 10-year bid for armed robbery. All muscle, thick neck, mean mug. But then they open their mouth.
Why does he act like he's... I can't say that on YouTube. I mean, honestly, what is this video? All I seen was the part I can't feed. All I seen was the I can't feed him for him not listening, and that's what made me mad. Because I was like, what if I didn't feed you for not listening? I hate when people say I can't feed them for not. My dog. Okay, so first of all, I should probably explain this, which will probably piss a lot of people off. But you know, I am controversial, so here we go. I free feed my dogs. So I have a huge, what is that trough?
Huh?
What is the trough size?
What?
What is the dog trough size?
Oh,
Six.
6 by 6 long, 5 inches wide, 5 inches tall.
So my dog feeding bowl is 6 foot long by 5.
At least 5.
5 by 5.
Probably 6 by 6.
Okay, 6 by 6. Okay, let's just say 6. It's a trough. It's a horse trough. I bought a horse trough to feed my dogs. I have two Cane Corsos. And but it's
We had that one though.
yeah.
When we had
When I had does. So I have always
everybody's ate cohesively.
yeah. I have always free fed my dogs for probably 24 years. I free feed. They eat 24/7 as they want to. And the reason that I do this is because dogs will regulate their own food. I fill it up as it goes down. I fill it up as it goes down. I fill it up because they will eat small meals throughout the day. Yes, I still train. Believe it or not. People say, oh, well, you can't train a dog if you free feed with food. Oh my God. You know what's incredible? You can. I use frozen Biljack. I use hot dogs in the microwave. I use boiled liver with garlic. I use all kinds of little treats. It's amazing. You can do it. So there's all kinds of things you can do to get them to still train. It's literally incredible. So and they still will because they'll still eat food. But they eat small meals throughout the day. And they'll regulate their food just like a cat will. And they'll eat small meals throughout the day. Guess what? It eliminates almost virtually, I've never had, knock on wood, a dog bloat because they won't scarf down their food. You know what also they won't do? Eat food off your plate. I can sit a plate of food here, over there, on the floor, on the counter, whatever. And I never have a dog that jumps on the counter and wants to eat food because they don't care. I also train them not to do it. But I don't have a dog that's like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I got to eat food. So I free feed all the time. So I forget where I was going with this, but perfectionist malware. It's too late for equal now. I feel dumber for having the best way to get some. Oh, I don't have anybody. You could throw food over the fence, do all this stuff. My dogs learn to leave it, all that stuff. They don't rush to like gorge food, all this kind of crazy stuff, blah, blah, blah. So I truly believe in free feeding. I give treats throughout the day, all kinds of stuff. So I'm a true believer in free feeding, which a lot of people are absolutely against and think that I'm weird for doing, but I've been doing it for, like I said, 23, 24 years. So. Oh, what did you say? Food was on the ground 24/7 my whole life, but currently I need to have meal times because my white dog is a picky eater and I have to monitor the amount she actually eats. Oh, okay, so let me ask you, because Dobermans can actually be picky eaters. Is she a picky eater because you change her food a lot? Or is she a picky eater because she has food allergies? Or is she a picky eater because she came from a breeder who changed her food a lot? Or she has stomach issues? I have a lot of questions about that because you can change a picky eater to a free feeder. And what kind of white dog is she? I actually have questions and I can actually try to fix that. Not that I can try to fix it personally, but I have dealt with picky eaters, obviously, because I had a dog that didn't eat actual food. He had to stuff her for 2 years of her life. Best to get something to listen to, stretching on a bunch of list of submission. We all know what it is, the only way. All right. But anyway, I forget where I was going with the whole free feed thing. Brain fart. But anyway, a lot of people don't believe in free feeding. I totally believe in free feeding. I think free feeding is the best. I don't believe that feeding at mealtime. I believe it leads to bloat. I believe it leads to all kinds of issues, dogs getting into things. There's a lot of issues with dogs eating things that they shouldn't eat, eating bones that they shouldn't eat, getting on counters, counter surfing, blah, blah, blah. There's a litany of things that it leads to. I get told all the time, oh, you can't free feed. I'm like, well, I've done it for 23 years and I've never had a problem with it. I actually bring in new puppies and start free feeding. They also say, oh, you don't have resource guarding? No, all my dogs live cohesively together. I start free feeding right away, especially with new puppies. Took her 6 months from someone who left her on a balcony 24/7. Only fed her leftovers, McDonald's. She never ate kibble till I got her. Okay. I would totally love to talk to you about her. Hey. We could talk privately about her if you want. I mean, if you want. How old is she now? Because trust me, I've dealt with dogs that, I mean, I've had several dogs where I've had, and I absolutely go to free feeding all the time. I only free feed. But I'm an advocate for free feeding because I think they can regulate. It also helps with, dogs that have to eat, especially dogs that only eat once a day or only eat twice a day, stuff like that. They can't regulate their sugar and all kinds of stuff. It leads to um, several health issues. I'm just saying. You can look it up. Like you can have pancreatitis and all kinds of other stuff. Free feeding is really the best. I'm just saying. But, I mean, you do what you want. She's red-nosed pit bull. No allergies, just learned behavior and performance. More than a real problem. Okay. If you want, we can talk on Instagram in private messages. But yeah, I'm a firm believer in free feeding. Okay. I love that. No, I mean, but literally, message me on Instagram. I'm a firm believer. It's better for their digestive and all that stuff. It's all kinds of great stuff. The free feed regulates all their hormones and nutrients and stuff like that. Like I said, excuse me, regulates their sugar, got the hiccups, and all kinds of stuff. But like all these idiots are like, I feed them one time a day, and look how fat they are, and all that stuff, and blah blah blah. But they can't regulate their sugar and enzymes and all that stuff. And it's not that you're feeding her one time. I'm not saying that, but letting them eat like a cat where they can regulate all that stuff is way better. Yeah, because it causes bloat and all kinds of stuff. The more water and the more air that they intake, it causes bloat and all kinds of stuff. Yep. Yep, absolutely. So, yep. Just message me on Instagram and I'll do what I can to help. It's the beer. That's why I said it was going to be spicy. it's only his babies. I swear he only learned that. Somebody told him that because he's not a breeder. So somebody told him that as a baby, and he's like, they never evolved. They didn't evolve past 2 weeks. I swear somebody told him that, and he was just like, that's what it is, and they just never evolved.
Move.
Also, they don't pass gas as babies. As babies. Then they evolve. Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. I swear somebody told him that. But the sad part is that he doubles down. Well, I think he triples down on it in that video. But because he's not a breeder. I mean, he's a breeder. Anybody who breeds their male is still a breeder. He's responsible for every puppy his male produces. And that's the sad truth. Every puppy his male produces, he should be willing to take those puppies back as well. But he's not. So he's just like, hey, my male's out there, producing these puppies. But the thing is that somebody probably told him that, and he was like, oh, really? Okay, cool. So, they can't regulate their temperature until 2 weeks of age. So they never evolve past that age, and they also don't pass gas either, so he just believes that too, probably. No, I did a video. Watch the whole albinos don't sweat. The WZ one, T. If you look at albinos and the WZ and the dogs don't sweat myth is busted, he literally says, Gerald says, dogs don't sweat. They have to lay down in a pond or in water or go swimming because dogs don't sweat. No, it's in a whole nother video. It's in another video in my videos that I did on albino Dobermans. And he's just dumb. He's been breeding for 16 years and does not know that dogs sweat. Right. Right. Well, if you need help with something, just let me know. Send me a message on Instagram if you need help with something. I can help you research something. If you need help with stuff, let me know. I feel bad for these dogs. They're almost like they're afraid.
Get back.
Yeah, get back. He doesn't want to feed you if you can't listen. Give you the side eye. Maze is the one who will judge you. Right? Are you going to judge? No, you don't judge, huh? Come here. Come here. Oh, hang on. Let me hide this. Hey, come here. Come back here. Sasha Bear, come here. This is Sasha. You can't tell. You can't tell the difference. They're both black as shit. But this is Sasha. She she doesn't judge you like the other ones. Hey, look over here. She doesn't judge you like Sasha does, or like Maze does, but Sasha is sweet as shit. Huh. Very sweet. Huh. Very sweet. Yeah. Huh. Now, this one, she judges you. She gives you the side eye and judges you like, no, I'm judging you every minute of the day. Huh. Say, I judge you every minute of the day. Huh. I judge you every minute of the day. That's what she does. But they're both black as shit. You can't even see them. This one here is my protector without a shadow of a doubt. This one, if Erin even walks upstairs, she's like, who the fuck are you? Right? Yes. Now, who the fuck are you? Okay, get down. Yeah, like, even if he walks upstairs and he'll be like, it's just me. And she's like, I don't fucking care. Yes. Yes, that's it. That's one that Gerald says, like, he doubles down, triples down on dogs don't sweat. They have to go into the pool water, in swimming, whatever, because dogs don't sweat. I know, right? But he even gets pissed and he's like, it's just me. But she's always laying with me. She's always like, whatever. And he comes walking upstairs, and if he's quiet, she's like, and he's like, it's just me. And then she's like, oh, okay. But if he makes any kind of noise, she's like, no, fuck you. See, listen to that one too. Like, you have to like actually pay attention to that one, because you have to understand, Gerald, first of all, breeding 16 years, doesn't know the colors of his own breed. Second of all, misrepresents the colors of his own breed. Third of all, then breeds into the WZ lines. Pay attention to what I do, because the WZ line is a mutation and should not be bred into, and yet he does, but claims to be the godfather of the Doberman, which we do not, in the Doberman breed, do not give accolades to ourselves. We give accolades to the dogs of the breed. There's a lot going on that. So you might have to listen to it a few times, but you understand why I do not like this guy. Oh, right. No, Aaron does the same thing. He's like, okay, cool. He goes, he plays around. He goes, what the fuck? But then he's like, I know you're safe. I know that if I sneak up this hallway, ain't nobody getting in there. So let me get this straight. We show putting the dog food in the bin, but then we put it back after. Like, what the fuck is this whole thing? I guess we make a whole video of me just opening the food bowl, opening the food bowl, opening the food container, pouring the food. I guess we make a whole live on it. Is that Vitamite or some shit? The one times the dogs get some like nutrition, show them doing the right thing. Why are we adding water to the dog's food? Can the dogs not eat regular dog food? Dog's like, we sure are hungry. We haven't eaten in 24 days. A screenshot was taken 24 years ago. Right? If my dogs aren't listening, they don't get to eat. How much you want to bet he calls them over one by one to make sure that they listen to their names? This is really sad. I mean, honestly, it's just sad. I mean, the reason it's sad looking at me. All right, see you later, T. The reason this is sad is that he feels that he needs to have this control.
Okay.
Oh, is that a tumor or a bite, you think? Right there.
Yeah, they share water. They'll drink out of each other's water bowls, but they don't share no food. If you want to see blood sport, let one of them try to go into another one's food bowl while they still got food in there. Now, once they done with all the food in there, you could go over there and lick the bowl all you want because they know they ate all the food. They're not worried about that.
Oh, really? Jesus. All right.
But if you come over there too soon, it could get real quick. So everybody knows exactly which bowl to go to. And if you don't start none, it won't be none.
I was just thinking that. You got some yellow dog, maybe? I don't know. He's a fucking retard. That's all I know. Well, that's all I have for tonight. I don't know what he was showing us. I think he was showing us because that's where it ended. I think he was showing us that his dogs fight, and that's why he puts all his foods out like that. But he's just dumb. I don't know. But he's weird. I don't understand the whole thing of what he was showing at the end. But I don't understand all this stuff. Next night I have to show, or the other night, or shit. What was I saying? I have to show this guy. This guy, this live showed me, or this thing showed me. Did you see this guy? I mean, I know we watched this guy and him walking through the woods and all that, but this live, whew, I don't want to get into it tonight because it is 10:30. But this live, ooh, it sent me over the edge. But I wanted to show that guy and all that. But I'm going to do another live probably Wednesday or whatever. This guy's live. He did some stuff that I was like, And went far and above. But anyway, we'll get into that. But I appreciate you hanging out with me and all that stuff. So I appreciate everything. We'll get into it. I appreciate everybody being here. We'll get into more stuff. Leave comments and all that stuff. All this stuff you wanted to see. More stuff. Any questions for Dave. All that stuff. And we will see you on the next one. You have a good night. I will talk to you later.
Man, club just a system, but the deck set to fail. You speak for transparency, they call it a crime. Next day, you suspended for 6 months of your time. Pedigree, politics, trophies on the wall. Vanity awards while the ethics take a fall. They say it's for the free, but we know what it is. Power in the club, how silence in the pit. Pedigree, politics, ribbons and lies. Smiles at the banquet, but the truth in disguise. You can muzzle the voice, but the truth don't quit. Dog show, kingdom built on counterfeit grit.